Hey fellow foodies, it's Faye from facefood.com. It is finally fall and I'm so excited because it's my favorite time of the year. And to celebrate, I'm going to be sharing this wonderful recipe for an easy French apple tart. Very elegant but very easy to make. So you want to line a baking tray with some parchment and grease it really well. I also went ahead and made 1x of the pie dough on my blog. This is actually a short crust pastry dough, also known as a pâte brisée, and the reason why we use this is because it's versatile. It can be used for pies, but also for tarts. So once you make that pie dough, you want to let it rest for a couple hours in the fridge before you roll it out. And I actually use a fondant roller to help roll this out. Any small rolling pin will do. Just roll it out as evenly as you can and as thinly as you can. Then you want to wrap this and place this in the fridge to rest for about 30 minutes. And then you can make the topping, which consists of granulated sugar, light brown sugar, some vanilla, a little bit of nutmeg, and of course, we need some cinnamon. And then I just mix this, really. Work out some lumps. And that's it, that's our topping. So we set that to the side, and now I can work on the apples. So let me show you how I do the apples. I start by peeling the apple. I'm using Granny Smith and Gala. You can use any good baking apples. Just know that the difference in size, it's gonna be noticeable. But then I cut around the edges after I peel them. Around the core, I should say. I don't feel the need to core it. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, and then I take the sections and then cut them really thinly. So I get these shapes right here. Kind of like a fan. And of course the ends are going to be smaller. You don't have to use the ends if you don't want to. And then I place them in this solution I made of water and a little bit of lemon. This helps keep it from browning. Of course, if you have apple juice on hand, I always do that as well. So you can use either one. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set that to the side. So out of the fridge, this is our dough. I'm going to go ahead and go around the edges one more time with my fingers to ensure that it's even all around the edges. And I did find that the outer edge did burn. That could be just because the dough is not covering the full sheet tray, but it's not that big of a deal because you can always cut it off. And now I'm ready to dock the dough. This just means poking holes all over the dough. And the reason why we do that is because we don't want the dough to puff up too much in the oven. So poking the holes in the dough really lets the steam escape in the oven, so it doesn't puff up too much.
Science rules.
Right, so this is ready to go. And after you drain and pat dry the apples, you can go ahead and shingle the apples onto the dough. And like I said previously, because I'm using different varieties of apples, some sizes are going to be smaller. That's totally fine though. Just pack them in as closely as you can. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle on the cinnamon sugar topping all over the top as evenly as possible. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna actually dot the top with some pieces of butter. And now this is ready to go in the oven, 400 degrees for 45 minutes to an hour. You actually want to rotate it halfway through. Should be nice and golden brown, not just the dough, but the apples, as you see here. And like I said, the outer edge did burn for me, but it's not a big deal because I can cut that off. Okay, so immediately out of the oven, I top it with this apricot mixture. It's just some apricot preserves with some water and a little bit of cinnamon. The reason why we do this is because it adds shine to it, it adds a little bit of flavor to it, and it helps keep the apples in place. So it's a multi-purpose type of thing. And that's really it. That is our recipe. You saw how easy it was. You see how elegant this looks. You saw I cut off the edge that burned, so it's perfectly uniform now. The dough is nice and flaky. The top is flavored perfectly with the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the brown sugar. It's so good. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut into this baby. I actually cut it just into squares. You can cut it however you'd like. And I'm gonna actually plate this very simply. Just sprinkle some powdered sugar on top. You can put some powdered sugar on top. You can put vanilla or cinnamon ice cream on top. That would be great. Whipped cream. You really can't go wrong with what topping you have on there. Just serve this warm and you will not regret it. For the full recipe, go to facefood.com. Subscribe to this channel for more great videos on the way. Like this video, comment below for any comments or questions, and share this video. Try this one, trust me on that. And until next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.
You know I ain't tryna say no dreams. I'm just tryna make this money. I ain't tryna share with the team. Girl, I ain't tryna take nothing from